It's a tribute to times past, when quality, not quantity, was important and that personal touch was standard. At the time Hatch Showprints set up shop in 1879, it was one of 6 leading printers for vaudeville and minstrel show posters. Today, some 112 years later, it's the largest commercial letterpress print shop still in operation.
This style of carving and the imagery is kind of enjoying a second life. A lot of people, whether it's a compact disc cover or a graphic designer wanting a poster, a lot of people come in here wanting to find that original style of a Hatch look.
Printmaker Jim Sheridan has been carrying on the Hatch tradition for 8 years. While he knows most of the work he does could be duplicated and produced much quicker by a computer, he says that would be like doing away with part of history. After all, there's an authenticity to Hatch Showprints that you can't get anywhere else.
These are some of the original woodblocks that Will Hatch left upon his death in 1952. There are hundreds of them still in the shop, and what I do is I print them by hand on a press downstairs, all letterpress. This is a real good one. It's indicative of the style. Mr. Hatch and a gentleman named Herman Langham would carve these here, and I would suspect this is from the early 40s. It's for an old minstrel show, the Silent Screen from New Orleans Traveling Show. And the Rabbitfoot Minstrels would also use this block as well.
So there's a lot of history just in these here.
In the blocks themselves, and I think it's a real testament to the 2 gentlemen that would carve the plates. They're still here over 50 years later for me to reprint, and I like that.
And in keeping with tradition, everything at Hatch is painstakingly done by hand.
This seems to be sort of a tedious process, is it?
It is a tedious process, but if you can keep your concentration and your fingers out of the way, you can usually get the line pretty straight. That's important, getting the line straight. Another thing is making sure, like what I'm doing right now, is getting all the extra residue off so that none of the lower portion of the block prints. This piece right here is what prints, the upper portion, and then the lower portion, which I'm carving off, is what will not be printed, and this is actually what I do with it right here. And it's as simple, like I said, it's a letterpress shop, so it's as simple as the letters, or in this case, the linoleum block being pressed into the paper on the press, pulling it off, and getting your impression there. This is for a customer who had seen an earlier Hatch poster. This is for a place called National Christian School. They are entertaining some school kids out there with different acts, and they wanted an authentic style poster for their particular evening, so we said, yeah, we will typeset that for you. And this is indicative of a lot of Hatch jobs that we get.
The look of a Hatch show poster is very unique. Even if your eye isn't trained to the technique, it's easy to pick out the clean, carved style. A style that was popular to the country music stars of yesteryear and is being rediscovered by those who are popular today.
The bulk of my work in the last 6 months in particular has been re-carving old posters and also making brand new ones for compact disc covers. Some of those included the MCA series the Country Music Hall of Fame put out. That would be Ernest Tubb, Loretta Lynn, Jimmy Davis, Bill Monroe. And we also supplied artwork for the Georgia Satellites, a rock group, their last album cover. And a new one that I'm real proud of is the Emmylou Harris cover. She has recorded a concert live at the Ryman Auditorium, and we were asked to create the artwork for that, and I'm glad to do that. It'll be something that's really done in the Hatch tradition.
It's easy to see why the print shop is a national landmark and is now listed in the National Register of Historic Places. It's owned and operated by the Country Music Hall of Fame, but it's Jim who really takes care of the shop, keeping the presses going and the tradition alive.
It gives me a chance to work as an artist. It's a very creative kind of job. It's probably the only straight job I would be able to do. I can come in when I want to, which is usually early in the morning, and I get to leave, which is usually late in the evening. But I know that I've really accomplished something through the day, and I like that. I like really keeping history alive.